31 Penguins.
No, don't start like that. When I listen to our wait, what's Penguins from?
321 Penguins.
That's something. That's
it was
a
a
thing.
show on. It was a
That
Christian show.
just made my mind explode.
Really?
Because when I heard that, I was like, wait a second.
Rigel.
That sounds
Midgel.
familiar.
Fidgel.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
That was like VeggieTales, 321 Penguins.
321 Penguins is
Bible Man.
is like Madagascar penguins for Christians, basically,
For
right?
Christians. That they go like through space and stuff, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some serious stuff that happened with the
Well, welcome
penguins.
back. Wait, have we done a welcome back?
Yeah, yes, we have. Welcome back again.
Welcome back again.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
we're fine.
because Isaiah.
we released
and then,
one.
and then we've
Yeah, we're
done
good.
one since.
We're totally good.
It's good to be here. We're doubling up today.
Double booking.
Because Tyler is finally getting his surgery done.
Dude, I'm getting that rib yanked.
That's
That's what they're going to do.
We've
They're
got
just,
the episode title out of the way already. Getting that rib yanked.
What? That's what they're going to do. They're just going to take me in there and they're just going to have the biggest, beefiest nurse they have on staff and just punch me in the back of the head. They're just going to cut me open with a butter knife and yank a rib
If
out.
you haven't listened to the injury episode already, go listen to the injury episode.
Yeah.
After this one, but explain like what they're gonna do.
Long story short, 5-6 inch incision in my side, cut it open, spread that bad boy out, slice out my whole rib,
Do you have an extra rib? Is that what I remember?
as far as I know.
You have an extra rib. Okay.
An extra dose of rib,
Nice.
please.
Nice.
Please, sir.
An extra half slab of Tyler.
Hopefully the meat doesn't come out too. I just want the rib. Anyway, they're going to cut that rib out, but the procedure's not super scary. It's not super hard. The back end is what sucks.
The recovery.
The recovery of the giant incision, the neurological damage in my arm because a lot of nerves run right there, the swelling in my chest, all that stuff's what sucks.
Well, you said the options were go to somebody in your hometown
Right.
in Dayton who does this like once a year, or go to somebody who does this like 7 times a week.
Yeah, and
And-
I picked this one.
And
I
God
picked the
bless
latter.
your surgery is covered.
Yeah, dude, so crazy.
Dude, how expensive would that have been?
Dude, when I got that text message, tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Tens and tens of thousands of dollars. When I got that text message at that wedding, I was so
Yeah.
stoked.
So
At
Tyler
first, I couldn't read it because my dad takes terrible photos.
He took it
But
sideways
he took it-
also.
yeah, I was trying to read it in landscape.
Tyler
Anyway,
shot
yeah.
a wedding with me on Saturday, and he leaped for joy whenever
Dude,
he
I was
found
hyped.
out.
I was hyped.
Dunder Mifflin. The only reason I'm saying that is because I have the Dunder Mifflin shirt. People,
When did you get that shirt?
My
Is that a
mo-
Walmart shirt?
No, my mom went to New York, I don't know, 2 years ago and got it for me at NBC Studios. Like
Oh, nice.
at the
Cool.
30 Rock. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a little
yeah.
store
Yep.
underneath where they shoot like Saturday Night Live and all of that.
Have you heard about that exhibit in Chicago that does stuff for Friends? Does like all the Friends.
Yeah, my mom went. My
That's
mom's
why-
obsessed.
I heard
with
about
Friends.
that, but I also heard about another person on staff is going with their daughter, and I thought to myself, why don't they do that? Is Friends bigger than The Office still, you would say? Conglomerately, wholesale wide.
That's a good question.
Is Friends bigger than The Office?
Yeah.
You think it
'Cause I
reaches
think
more
there-
people?
Yes.
Okay.
I think like anybody, I've never met anyone, and press F in the chat. I've
F.
never met anyone who, what happened to your camera? I've
What?
never met anyone who, oh, your camera wasn't plugged in that whole time. It's okay. I'll do the front shot. I'll plug it in a second. I've never met anyone who doesn't like Friends.
I don't not like
I've
it.
met people
just
who
never
don't like
seen
The
it
Office,
all the way through.
but I've never met anyone who doesn't like Friends. Talk for a second.
I'm a person that loves it. I agree. So I've met plenty of people that hate The Office. They just don't think the humor's funny. It's just not for them. They've only seen like an episode or two, whatever excuse you have. I think it is a lot more. Maybe it's people don't hate it because they haven't seen any of it. Because Friends is 10 more years removed. That they're not like, I hate Friends. They just say I've never seen it. But there's a lot of people that would say I hate The Office.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like people But I feel like everybody who except Josh for some reason hasn't watched Friends
man.
yet. Dude, that made me so mad. So we had a staff meeting 2 weeks ago.
Staff meeting. We're playing a game. Let's explain the game real quick.
The game was basically like the game Pyramid. It was like a game show back in the day. So my back was to the screen.
Correct.
And Josh, a Dreamlab podcast alum, was giving me clues, and I had to guess what it was.
Because he was looking at the screen. He had to
one
tell
of
you
them-
in one word answers what that thing was.
You can only give
it.
one word at a time.
Yeah.
His fiance, soon to be wife, is obsessed with the TV show Friends. They've watched it all together, and he couldn't give me anything.
Not a single word. Not a single word. And then the clock ran out.
Yeah,
You
and the
guys
clock
got
ran out,
nothing
and
on
we
that.
lost. He couldn't say Ross, Joey, Chandler, Rachel, apartment,
anything.
Yeah,
Show,
yeah,
popular,
Yeah.
anything.
yeah. 90s TV show.
Yep. Nothing.
Anyway, yeah, I would say Friends overall is bigger than The Office. Do you know how I know this?
Still say The Office deserves an exhibit, but continue.
The Office does deserve an exhibit.
I would go.
How many Lego Office sets are there?
None. There's a
There's-
lot of mock ones, though. I'll tell you that.
There's a Lego
There's
Friends
soon to
set.
be
There's soon to
two.
be 2 Friends sets. So let that be your
Well, does that
barometer.
mean that Stranger Things is bigger than The Office? Because Stranger Things has a Lego set and The Office has 0?
It could be more popular?
Man, that's rough.
I think you
The
have
Office
to.
is extremely
You have to
popular.
be. You have to be in the age range of 24 to like 32 right now. If you're in that age range right now, I think you appreciate The Office.
That's not true. There's a ton of high school kids that like The Office, right?
no.
Yes, there is.
I don't think so.
Really?
I could call both of my brothers, and neither of them like The Office.
Well, like I like Seinfeld, and that's 10 years before I would ever have known. about
Seinfeld
it.
hits different, but like Seinfeld is like Friends. It was at the same time of
Yeah.
Friends. And plus, I think anybody can like Friends because it's a sitcom. You have to have a certain type of humor to like The Office.
Well, yeah, it's dry. It's all dry humor.
Yeah, which I mean that's my
absolutely
bread.
what it is.
That's my bread and my butter.
You bread your butter with it.
Yeah, so I would say yes. Friends is more popular than The Office.
Okay.
I like The Office better than Friends. My
Good.
mom is obsessed with the show Friends.
I don't like.
Hence
I don't
why
like
she's gone to
no.
2 pop-up Friends things. The one in Chicago and one was somewhere else.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I don't
Every
know much
time we
about
go to
Friends,
New
so I can't say
York,
much
we have
about
to
it.
go to where the Friends apartment is. Like there's the actual like what you see on the
Sure.
TV.
Yeah. The
Have you seen it? Do
footage
you know what it
shot.
looks like?
no.
Other
Nor
than-
do I really care if I'm gonna be honest, but
Well, I'm gonna show you because I've been there and I've taken a picture of it.
really.
But I have to go back.
Tell me more.
I have 18,415 pictures in my gallery, so I have to go back kind of far. To
Oh,
find it.
okay.
Yeah, legitimately 18,415.
Does your thing have the dates next? I just saw this that on your Spotify, in your playlists, and in your liked songs, you can now see the dates of when you liked that song. Extremely helpful for me.
Yeah, if you do it in
really
library, you can like. I think
I was
there's
saying
a-
that because I already knew you could do it on photos on your phone. I didn't know that Spotify did that with your songs.
I don't use Spotify. I use Apple Music because Apple Music is superior.
That is, how is that true?
It integrates with my existing music library,
with my existing computer.
and it's just better in general.
No, okay, that's not a valid answer. It's just
It's my
better in
opinion.
general. So no, why is it valid?
It's my opinion that it's just
Why
better.
is it better? Do they just
No
go on
argument.
commercials and they say it's just better? Burger King, it's just better. You know why? It's not better.
So you're saying that I have to have like,
To prove to me that I would agree with you, yeah, you can't just say yeah, it's better, and I'd be like, okay, you're
But it
right,
is
it's just
better.
better. No, it's not better.
this is around the time because I got out of a relationship. No.
You know what's the worst is Pandora.
Oh God,
That crap
Laura
sucks.
uses Pandora.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's not very good. I must have deleted this picture. I spent all this time looking for it, but I must have.
Yeah, it's okay. Forget it.
Oh.
Not that big of a deal. Anyway, get into it, man. We talked about some random stuff. What questions do you have for me?
I do. Oh, found it.
Oh, really? We're going to go through that and then you find the
Found
picture?
it.
All of it. That's actually a pretty sweet picture.
I took it with my professional camera, maybe, but I'll put it on the screen if anybody even cares. Also, Statue of Liberty.
Who? It's the Statue of Liberty. I think I just my pants.
Poop my pants.
Yep. That's a great
great
video.
Good times. Christmas in New York. There's the NBC studio
Welcome
where,
to New York. Dun, 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 dun,
where this
we've
was
been waiting
purchased,
for
where the
you.
shirt
Bum,
I'm
bum.
wearing
That's a
was
great picture.
purchased.
No one else is seeing this, but hopefully you're going to put these up, or else
Yeah,
it
I'll
makes
throw 'em up.
0 sense.
Here's the pigeon guy. I took that.
Yeah, that's a great photo.
Right? That's like a magazine edit. I
Yeah,
think.
the pigeon
The
photo
pigeon
guy.
It's like the male version of the pigeon woman from Home Alone.
Home Alone.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my questions. Okay. So
Tell me all about what you have for me.
apparently people don't like whenever there's dead air. Sometimes we're trying to figure out what to talk.
We have a lot of
I
dead air.
like-
I'm going to be honest, a lot of dead air, man.
This episode, like, no dead air so far. I like kind of coming into it blind, but I guess we have to do what our listeners want.
Well, we need to gain listeners is what we really want.
Okay, so no dead air. We're gonna just keep her rolling. You shot your first wedding
I did.
with me.
I shot it.
What was your experience?
Oh,
how'd you
great
feel?
question. I had no clue about anything that had to do with videography before we went to this wedding. You knew that.
Yeah.
That's why you sat me down and showed me stuff. I
Yeah,
had no clue what
We
I was
had
doing.
like 2 times where or maybe one. I don't remember.
So I took your advice. You just fake it till you make it. Just don't act like you don't know what you're doing, because that's not helpful to anyone. So I didn't. And honestly, it's not that hard. Well, I don't know. There's things you learn that may not be videography, but it's just skills you learn in general, like what excellence looks like
Yeah.
creativity brain, like what you should be taking a picture of and what you shouldn't be taking a picture of and what you should be following and not following. And
If I set up the scene, I can hand you a camera and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, video this," and
yeah,
and that
I'd
part
be
of
like,
it's
oh,
easy.
okay. I'm not going to be like videoing people's shoes and like getting
Yeah.
the coffee cups on the table. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I think you did a really good job. I was kind of watching you during the day, not in a creepy way, but like
Yeah, you
kind of
were, it's
watching
fine.
you, and
Like, hey, man,
you did a really good job.
nice pair of
and
pants.
I'm glad that you were there. It was fun having
Pretty sweet.
having you there to kind of learn. Tyler is going to start shooting weddings with me. I've said that multiple times on here, I think, but you're gonna have to take kind of a hiatus because you're about to get surgery.
It's so stupid.
So
After Monday, I can't even go anywhere because I have to get my COVID test and I'm not allowed to go.
and you
anywhere
have to
until I get surgery.
you have to quarantine.
I have to quarantine.
Quarantine. CORNTEEN.
I have to quarantine.
Quarantine. And yeah. So you shot your first wedding with what's some like takeaways that you have?
Takeaways. A lot. Well,
Like, give me
same
3.
thing as anybody else. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Probably number one. Hurry up and wait. That's how that job works. Hurry up and wait.
There were times where it was like, okay, go, and then there was times where we just sat there and kind of waited for the bride to get her makeup done, or you know.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what it's like on the opposite end of these people, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. You take a ton of videos and shots of random things, and then you just stop.
Yeah.
And you sit around, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden something happens. You take a ton of videos and stuff, and then you
Yeah.
just stop.
It's like hustle, and then it comes to a screeching halt, and then you're like, okay, I can finally take a breather. Oh, and there's the bubble exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We almost missed the bubble exit.
Almost
man.
missed the bubble exit.
But
But
I completely missed it. I was holding the. I didn't even have a gimbal on. I was completely worthless.
I ended up running out there and getting it, luckily. I think like one of my biggest frustrations with people is whenever they announce, "Hey, this is an unplugged wedding. Please like keep your camera put away and everything." And then people
I
still
saw that for the first time from the other side of the, the other side of the ropes.
It's not something people think about.
Oh, dude, there were so many people.
The worst thing is whenever the bride's coming down the aisle and you have that perfect shot, and then you see the phone peeking out. Like,
so annoying.
it's so frustrating, man. I like being on my side of it. Like, if you get in my way, I'm gonna say something, and what I'm gonna say to you is put it away, or I'm taking it from you.
It's ridiculous.
Put it away, or I'm
could
taking it from
see
you.
so many people. I'm trying not to sound mean. It's always older people.
Yeah, it is.
Like older people I'm like, how many times are you going to look at that photo on your phone?
That's what you're like.
Because we're going to give you the best photos and videos anyway. You don't need that.
Here, don't take the picture. I'm gonna send pictures to the bride that they paid me thousands of dollars to collect, capture.
Yeah.
and then they can send it to you. Then if you want to set it as your background, whatever you want to do, fine. You're not going to ever look at that picture again. Every time I've taken a picture at a wedding, I've never looked at the photo ever again.
Maybe pictures of me, in a wedding or whatever. Scroll.
The funniest thing is whenever I see people upload their pictures, their iPhone pictures to a wedding.
Sure.
There was one wedding where
usually it's like a picture of you and your date or you and your friends at the reception.
I'm sorry. I'll let you talk for a second.
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was done.
Finish your thought.
I was done.
Oops. That Chris D'Elia does this thing when people interrupt on the podcast. He's like, "Oops. Looks like we did something here. We both were talking at the same time. We both did this together. Oops." It's the funniest thing. It's on his TikTok if he posted a clip of it. Anyway, I shot a wedding last summer, and I'll add the bride and groom on Facebook or whatever, before it, so they can kind of see a little bit about me, all the stuff before the wedding. And I had been friends with this bride, and this guy had a just really entry level camera. It's like one of the cameras where when you take a picture, the flash.
You're talking about the guy they hired to do whatever their wedding was?
No, I was taking photos.
Okay.
I was taking photos.
That's even worse.
Tyler was taking video, and this guy was there taking pictures with his camera, and he kept doing it throughout the day, but getting in my way. And finally, right before the ceremony started, I went up to the guy and I was like, "Excuse me, you keep getting right. I am so bold. I will say this to people.
Yeah, it's very. Yep.
Excuse me, sir. I'm paid to be here. You're not. Put the camera away.
Fix it.
Or I will take the camera from people. I had a bride that I just booked that I told her, I was like, yeah, I'll go up to people and tell them, put the camera away or I'll take it from you. I will literally do that. You're getting in my way. My job is to deliver the best possible product to the bride and groom. And if you interfere with that, then we have a problem. Because
you're not being a jerk for jerk's sake.
Right.
Paid me they paid a lot of money to get good stuff,
and my reputation is at risk.
Sure.
If I don't provide that the best quality content to the couple, if I miss the first kiss because you're right in the way.
How many times have you gotten into a scenario like that where that's true? How many weddings on the regular do you have to talk to somebody about that because it's that big of a deal?
That has happened a couple times, and I'll usually have to, just say something, and I'll be respectful. I'll ask the bride, I was like, hey, don't want to cause anything, but there's a person here that keeps, pulling out a camera, and 9 or 10 times out of 10, they're like, just tell them, put it away. Tell them to put it away. I don't care how.
So who's this person that has a big camera thinking that that's okay?
Well, my point was for that one wedding is I ended up seeing them tagged in all the photos that this person took, and the photos were just awful, awful quality, which I get it. As if you're not in my way, I don't care. But the second you step in my way and you're interfering with what I have to do, then we have a problem.
Yeah.
If it's the reception and blah blah blah, don't care. Use your phone, use a camera, whatever. But during the ceremony, put it away.
Yeah.
During the speeches, put it away.
It's another thing where it's we can't do this twice.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't be hey, oh sorry, he was on our way. Please rewalk down the aisle.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah. But there was the wedding I was telling you about earlier after breakfast where if my friend Tyler listens to this, he'll remember it. He thought it was the funniest thing. So we were at a reception. We were doing video, and the bridesmaid kept trying to do her speech, but people there was a lot of people. It was a big room,
yeah.
And it just kept getting louder and louder. People small talking, while the maid of honor was
sucks, dude. I've never been in a situation like that.
It was embarrassing for her, and I legit walked up to her. I grabbed the microphone, and I said, hey guys, I'm the videographer. This maid of honor worked really hard on the speech, and you guys keep talking, and you're being very rude by getting louder and louder as she's talking. So I'm going to kindly ask you one time, please be quiet and respectful of the maid of honor, or the person that's doing the speech. And like the parents started cheering, and like a bunch of people started cheering.
Classic.
It was like something from a movie.
Yeah,
But that it
it's
was
so
the
ridiculous.
funniest thing. But like that's just an example of like I told you this, like one of the biggest reasons why people hire me is the experience that they get. And like that's like part of the experience. Like if you hire me,
Yeah, it's not
it's
just
like
the
a
photos,
no
it's
BS.
the whole process.
Yeah, it's
or
like
the
a
whole
no
videos.
BS thing where, you know,
Well, it's also like you've been to 8 trillion weddings.
Mm-hmm.
This girl that's trying to do her speech and like, you know, is probably not used to doing public communication on a regular basis is not and is afraid. And so you're going to be like, hey guys.
and usually 9 times out of 10 we're using the audio from the speeches. So like if you're that's
Yeah.
another thing. Like if you're interfering with the product,
Yeah.
then we're gonna have a problem. And I will grab the microphone and tell people to be quiet. If your phone is out in the middle of the aisle as the bride's walking down and you're interfering at all, I'm gonna walk up to you. I'm gonna say, put it away. And if you don't put it away, I mean, people are usually nice about it. And I've never had anybody be like, no, usually they're like, oh, I'm sorry. But like, just be respectful. You don't need to take your phone out at a wedding. I know you're the grandparent. I know you're the uncle. I know you're the uncle or aunt that you haven't seen them in 3 years and that's your fault. But, you know.
You're estranged and you've been quite removed from the family, but now's your chance to take a good photo and really win her back.
Yeah. It's just rude. That's all it is. It's just rude.
How long do you think that's been a thing? Obviously, high quality video and high quality
I'm sure even
photos hasn't even been a
since
thing.
cameras have been on phones.
It's been a problem
It's gotten
for weddings.
worse. Like, you know, I've had older people at weddings that have flip phones that are taking pictures.
Because you need those, man.
Yeah.
You need them.
Yeah, I don't know. It just frustrates me when people, like in life in general, are rude and inconsiderate. But that's just rude and inconsiderate towards the bride and groom. Especially, it's like nowadays people have signs out that say this is an unplugged wedding. People, and then if you still do it, it's like what are you doing?
Yeah.
I tell every bride, I was like, please make sure that the officiant says something.
Yeah, says something at the front.
If you need me to get up in front of everybody and say something, like I will. Like as like people are kind of getting seated and everything, I'll just walk up front and be like, "Hey guys, excuse me, I'm the videographer and photographer for this wedding. You know, this is an unplugged wedding, so the expectation is that you have your phone put away. They're paying me a lot of money to be here. As much as high quality, usually I'll cut a joke or something like as high quality as your, flip phones are. You know, please, yeah, it usually gets a laugh or two. Please, keep the things put away.
Yeah.
So,
gotta do what you gotta do, man.
what else did you learn though? Like, I mean, there's a lot that go like
there's a ton, man.
It's not just I bring a camera and I point it at stuff. There's like a lot.
I mean,
that
like
goes
telling
into
a story is not as easy as you'd think it would be.
Yeah.
Or telling a story, you're capturing stuff people don't think is important.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, and that's what we're doing is we're telling a story.
Yeah, to the best of our ability, to the highest quality that we can.
And
So,
I mean,
I know it's annoying for some people to be like, "Hey, we need you to walk and do this 4 times," but it will look way better if we just get you to do this.
I got to get I mean, lighting changes, and you got to make it look as natural as possible. So if I can't catch it in the moment, because people are interfering, then that's that's the thing. That's just part of it.
Nobody really notices us. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
No one really talks to me. Nobody really needs to.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine with me.
Yeah. You want to keep doing it?
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, show me. That was a little too excited. If you could calm down a little bit.
Was I too desperate?
Yeah.
Do you think I'll get the job if that's how I do it?
Honestly, that's a good tactic. Like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you know if I want to keep doing it.
No, it was a good time. I think I've always been a person that works for a long time. So like I would rather work a day that is a long full day than work a little bit for 7 days a week.
Well, it was a long day because the wedding was in Cincinnati. So it was an hour and 40-minute drive to the place where they got ready.
Got there at 9 something.
Yeah.
we got home at 11 something.
Yeah.
I got home at 11 something.
Yeah.
So
It makes for a long day.
full day.
But
it was
the
a good
money is
day.
also-
It goes by super quick.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I mean,
you
I'm
know,
not like, moving somebody in a house all day.
Yeah.
I'm not like flipping
I mean,
burgers.
there is like, I mean, work and effort that goes into it. I
No,
mean,
you have to think.
There's a reason that like in one day, sometimes I make people's monthly salaries is because like but it's also not
Well, your work
just-
is not just that one day.
exactly. It's also the editing and
Yeah.
anywhere. I mean, into a wedding, I'm usually putting anywhere from 15 to 25 hours in between like shooting and editing.
And you don't think about the
transportation.
process of like starting to talk to the couple,
Yeah.
doing all of those things,
Yeah.
and getting the scheduling, and that.
And
all
then also
counts.
the extra gear that goes into it. Like
Yeah.
if I bring a second shooter and they don't have
you have
they
to
don't have
pay
a
that,
gear,
yeah.
I've got to pay you. There was gear that I had to go buy because like
You don't have a
you're
second gear.
newer at it and you don't have the gear. So like there was stuff that I had to go grab because but I also like I couldn't do it without you. Like
Right.
I mean I had Tyler there and he and I could have done it together. But like if he's like, dude, I've got COVID and I can't, or I'm throwing
Sure,
up or
sure.
whatever. So there's more that goes into it than just. There's a reason that we get paid what we do, because of everything that goes into it.
Yeah, makes sense. Not arguing with you. I think it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
As a creative-ish person, it was fun to do that.
And there's also like for instance, I'm shooting Isaiah, alumni of Up in the Air. I'm shooting his wedding in 3 days, and like I had a call with the wedding organizer person yesterday, basically saying, "Hey, here are all of the like parameters for like you can't fly your drone here, and you can only take pictures in this spot, and you can't go past here, and make sure when you do these photos and you drive the golf cart, if somebody's on their backswing or putting, make sure you stop your cart until they're done." And there's like a lot
Dang.
of rules that goes into it.
Is that all where the reception is? All that stuff.
Yeah, the wedding, everything's at Scioto Country Club except for the ceremony. It's at UA.
Sure. So the ceremony's at UA. Do they have any rules there?
No.
That's what I thought.
I mean, especially since I work at the church,
Yeah,
but like,
That's fine.
and
neighborhood rules.
and
I don't know.
Charlie Van Sant, shout out Charlie, is doing audio stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So like,
Makes sense.
if I didn't work at the church, like the church we were at, there's like certain parameters, but like especially
That's why there's the dress code, right?
Yeah.
So country clubs pretty much always have one. Right? I don't know because I haven't done one.
I mean the
one we went to did.
that
last
one
week.
didn't have a.
Oh, it didn't?
It didn't have a dress code.
Oh, okay.
The like, but I have a dress code, like an
Well, sure.
expectation.
I'm not gonna show up in sweatpants and
Tyler and I
Old
shot a
shirt.
wedding at some like small wedding venue 2 weeks ago, and he wore a black t-shirt, black dress pants,
Crocs.
and camo Crocs.
Yep, Crocs. I can't wear Crocs, dude. I can't. I won't ever
just-
get
I
to
can't
that
pull it
point.
off.
I can't do it.
pull
I don't
off.
care how comfortable they are. I don't care if they cure my medical illness. I'm not going
You
to
would
wear
wear
Crocs.
if they cured your medical illness. You
I
would
wouldn't.
wear them.
I would not.
Yeah, you would.
Nope.
Shut your mouth.
Not in
You
public.
You would too.
Not in public. They could. I could have diabetes, and they would say, "Hey, man, you
Okay,
don't have
here's-
to.
here's the
you don't
shift
have
on
to do
it.
anything."
What if you did have to pay for the surgery? Then would you wear them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There you
absolutely. I would start wearing those Crocs.
Go. There you go.
That
I gotta
was a
put those
quick
Legos
shift.
together.
Yeah, man. Legos is booming. I thought. Did you know that pretty much the only reason Legos are as expensive as they are, one, is because the quality of them actually makes sense. But two, this is totally going off track. The patent that they have.
Yeah.
Like their patent makes it so that it can be that high quality, and if they ever lose it, then other people can do that, and then they're not going to be able to make as much
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
And there were certain times when they were close to
I always
losing it.
loved Legos as a kid, though. Like,
Did you ever step on one?
unfortunately,
Everyone
yes.
in there, I feel like everyone has done that. It's just a terrible feeling. Everyone knows that feeling.
The reason I have those Star Wars Legos is because we made a trade.
It's true.
I recently found out that I cannot have dairy.
Yeah, you're a part of a new club.
I'm part of a club
The
called the
Lactose
Lactose Intolerant
Intolerant
Club. And it's not me making up like a disease because I like, you
want to be cool.
I want to be cool or anything like that.
That's right.
I like get explosive diarrhea when I eat dairy. And that includes
Almost every time that I was around Jeff, that was an issue.
Yeah.
It was annoying for me.
There have been times where I've drank a protein shake on the podcast, and there have been
we've
cuts.
had a cut. Yeah.
I've had to stop recording
Yes.
because I've had to run to the
Yep.
bathroom.
Yep.
So, but no more.
No more of that crap.
Like,
Well,
this
it's
might
still
be
crap,
kind of gross, but I was having diarrhea like every day, like only diarrhea. And since I've cut out dairy, none.
Well, there's your answer.
Yep. So I had just bought 3 tubs of protein, and Tyler was selling some Legos, and to save Tyler from having to buy protein, and I was gonna buy the Legos from him. We just did a fair trade.
We just did the old barter.
Little barter
1-2.
action.
Like
That's
the
what I'm
olden
talking about.
days.
Like the olden days.
2 goats for 1 horse.
2 goats for 1 horse.
I was around a horse yesterday.
2
Very
Legos
interesting.
for 3 proteins.
That's it.
That's
That's
a-
the obviously that's
That's
the
a-
annual
that's
trade
a-
over.
That's
Annual
the.
trade. You ever ridden a horse?
I have. I grew up on a farm.
The reason I said that is because I hung out with horses yesterday. They're kind of scary.
Really?
I don't like horses. They're
Why?
too big of an animal.
Covenant Eyes is all about restoring human connection, and it's available to help you gain back a life of freedom. Covenant Eyes is designed to help you and your loved ones live a life free from pornography, and they have exceptional tech support, and they make it actually really easy by giving one accessible report across all your devices. Jeff and I know loved ones currently using or having previously used Covenant Eyes on all their computers and their devices, and it's helped them get free from addiction, and it's helping tens and thousands of people in their recovery today. We wouldn't have a sponsor from a company that we don't believe in, and we firmly do believe in Covenant Eyes and their mission. So check the link in the description to sign up and use our code DREAMLOUD for 30 days of free service.
If that animal, okay, your dog goes crazy. If it's 10 pounds, it doesn't matter how crazy that dog goes. I
You
could
put
end,
it
I could
down.
I could end it.
You put it. You
You
it
could
down
just
like a man.
take it there and end it. You could end it.
Yeah.
A horse?
You could. End
You're
a
screwed,
horse.
dude. That horse is 2 seconds from being like, I'm gonna kill this person,
I have
and
a
you're
gun.
screwed.
I have a gun though.
You're gonna carry that gun when you ride the horse?
Sure. I'm
I
a
don't
cowboy.
know, dude. I don't like horses.
Do cowboys?
I also saw.
Hey, do cowboys carry guns?
Sure, not for the horse.
Could be.
Okay, whatever. I didn't know that they had.
Why? You don't think a firearm could be multi-purpose?
I didn't say they couldn't shoot the horse with a gun. I just said I don't think that's the reason they carried the guns. In
A
the first place.
cowboy-
Was to shoot their own horse.
A sheriff cowboy who rides a horse around carries
is
a
in
gun.
constant fear of his horse, so he needs to carry a gun.
It's for bank robbers too.
Okay.
It's for people who, in the Western days, the bank robbers. But also, if a horse is acting a fool, pow pow.
And you need to end it. Pow pow.
If
2
you-
bullets.
if you got to
You
put
think
that.
that's
if
all
you
it
got-
would need?
Hey,
Those are
if you
big
got to
animals.
bury a horse,
Those are big animals.
if you got to bury a horse,
I didn't know that they had the same eyes as goats do, and I hate that. Those
That's annoying.
those like what I'm talking about. The cylinder. Cats have the like sliver iris.
Mhm.
We have circles. Horses have those like cylinder rectangle looking irises, and I saw that for the first time because I was
Never
up,
thought
up
about it.
close to a horse.
Why were you
ugly,
that
scary,
Why were you
dude.
that close to a horse?
I had a bonfire with my Grace group last night, so hanging out with horses because it was on a farm.
Laura just texted me and said, "Couldn't you just say you had to go to the bathroom instead of announcing to the world that you have explosive diarrhea?" No, I could not. No, I could not. First of all, only 6 people listen to this podcast. Probably 5 by now.
It's still embarrassing for anyone that
And
I get it.
I don't care. Like I just don't care about what people
You
think
don't.
about me.
You don't at all.
I just stopped caring.
Well, I know that.
At the end of the day, why does it matter?
I don't know. Anyway, you grew
We
up
had
on farm?
11 listens to our last episode.
11 people. 11 people,
30
11
listened to
listens.
the Isaiah Coe episode
Wow.
because
30 people or 30 listens?
30 plays.
Okay, so not.
But who's
30
listening to that twice?
Maybe me. So sometimes when I go back and listen to more of it, actually I did do that. I listened to half and I went back and I listened again to the second half.
And then on YouTube, which I apologize, I'm a little behind on YouTube.
Yeah, come
Just-
on, man. People are waiting.
I have a
to
full-time
hear it
job,
and watch
so-
it on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 on Isaiah's episode. 5 on.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so farm animals. How many of you experienced up close?
Well, I grew up on a farm, and we had horses, cows, chickens, rabbits.
I don't like chickens.
dogs.
They're kind of scary.
I was never like my cousins were always able to like wrangle them, like grab them by their feet. I couldn't.
They're
do
just
that.
gross animals.
Yeah, chickens,
Feathers
but they
everywhere.
taste. Their
They
wings.
taste great.
Their wings are yummy.
I just don't want to be around a live
Their wings
one.
aren't just yummy; they're yummy in my tummy.
Her first Shades experience
It's good.
was this
She
weekend.
thought it was good.
What did she, not? Did
She
she
got the
like Vicks
island
better?
sauce. What'd you say?
Island sauce. She like Vicks better?
I don't know. Laura, do you like Vicks or Shades better?
It's a very important question.
Do you like Vicks or Shades better? Well, and we're filming a podcast. Can't have that. Come sit down. Yeah, come sit down. You always complain about not being on here. You always complain, when are you
Anyway.
going to invite me on your podcast? When are you going to invite me on your podcast?
Shades is better.
He's like, why? Shades is better, she says. We're going to find out why.
Because I think they're bigger. They have more meat on them.
They're bigger.
They're
more meat.
bigger, but You're eating my last popsicle?
And you can't do anything about it.
You ate
look
my
at
last
Look at the
popsicle.
disappointment on his face. Oh, that's so funny.
I finally
literally saw him
found-
do this,
I finally found a low-calorie treat that I enjoy,
and she eats it.
and you're eating it. That's
What-
unfair.
Okay, that's like it wasn't the only popsicle in there, was it?
And we talked about this.
Okay.
We talked about this somewhere recently. You were there whenever I said we were complaining about like people in their relationships taking their food.
Sure.
I think it was and she's like, I don't ever do that. And I said, how many times have I made something and I go to look for it in the fridge?
Just
At least
gonzo.
5.
I'll go get you more.
And this is 6.
I'll go get you more.
There'll be another time that you go to the grocery store and you can get
Yeah.
as many of those.
It's been
as
in there.
you
It's
want.
honestly, it's been in there for like a week.
Okay.
So
Dude, it was the last one.
Are you just making a big deal about it?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
It was the last one, and I waited.
It's. I still bought. Did I buy it for me or did I buy it for you? What about the Talenti that's in there? Did you eat all that too?
Talenti.
Yours is mine.
Is Talenti good?
Did you eat the rest of that?
It is good. Okay.
Okay. You couldn't have eaten that.
I wanted this.
All right.
Okay. So you like Vicks better or Shades better? Okay.
Because it's bigger.
But I like.
I like their mild, the way they do their mild wings.
Come be on. Come be on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Shades is better. It's
but
bigger.
I like that
The
Vicks.
sauce
You
is
can
better.
pull. You slide off the bone.
That's because it's smaller.
Shades.
You got to work at it.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the size.
Nah, it's just harder when it's bigger to get all
Doesn't
of it.
matter.
Thank
the size.
you.
Thanks, Laura. She just walked away.
It's okay.
But I want to be able to slide it off the bone.
Well, yeah, that's what makes it. The bigger it is, though, the more risk you have of not pulling it all off the bone because there's more to pull off. Right?
I don't think that's how it works. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think that's how it works.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Agree to disagree.
Fine.
Um,
Anyway, you grew up on a farm, had a bunch
I grew
of
up on a
animals.
farm. Yeah, we had
Any
chickens.
of those animals you didn't like? Most of those animals I don't.
I hated feeding them, but that was just like part of my chores. Is like
Feeding
you
them
go to
to
you go to the shed, you get the food, have to go up, you take the bucket, fill it, go
Yeah.
down to feed the rabbits, and then you come back, and then you go feed the chickens. You come back,
That sounds terrible.
then you got to go take the water hose out, fill up the horse
It's
water
a very
trough
serious
thing.
chore line.
Yeah, I mean it took like 45 minutes to an hour to
Jeez.
do all the work on the farm. But it was like, but there was also the fun of like driving our 4-wheeler around, and
I don't think it's worth it, honestly, but that's fine.
I miss
You
it.
could just do that and not have the farm.
I miss it. TBH. I miss having the farm. I miss hunting.
Would you rather
I miss
live,
going out and fishing anytime I
So this is actually one of my questions.
walking out the back door. And
If you
get on
didn't
the
live
four-wheeler.
here, like in this place or in this area, where would you legitimately want to live? Not like, oh, the coolest, I want to live in, New York City. I'm not talking about that. Like, really legitimately in your brain, if you didn't live here, where else
I
would
would
you wanna
live in, as long as I have 5 acres of land,
Okay, so you want land.
a little bit, but
So not a suburb. We just
I would prefer not to live in a suburb, but I'm like, if I lived on like 5 acres of land,
That's a lot of land, bro.
but we want land for the dogs and stuff to be able to.
You want 5 acres of land for
Yeah,
your
they can
deaf
run
dog
free.
and your other little
Yeah.
tiny dog?
Well, by that time they,
might not be around. Because of this.
yeah.
Because you got them in the hole.
and yeah, a little bit of land, ranch style house. Don't want 2 floors,
Okay.
basement.
Why don't you want 2 floors?
Just
Not about it.
not about it.
Not about that life.
I don't want to go upstairs.
Wow.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go upstairs
Yeah.
unless I'm going to the basement and then I'm going downstairs. Of course, but
Okay.
also want a little bit of distance between the houses.
You have multiple houses.
No, but like here, which of course is a condo,
Yeah. You're not getting
there's
that
no
at all.
room between us and our neighbors.
Yeah.
In a suburb, there's
Little bit more.
what 10, 15 feet between you and
Yeah.
another house.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Which I would be fine to live in a suburb and live on a corner lot like the Spolstra house.
Sure. Yep.
But I don't Laura definitely doesn't want to live in a suburb. So, but we're going to probably build. I think
In
I've
a
said that
suburb.
before. Probably going to build on I think buy a little bit of land.
Interesting.
So,
Dang. Well, that'll be good.
hmm I would love to have like a compound with like friends, like maybe get like 20 acres of land and like our friend like
That's a huge difference.
our house is like all back or family like like my friend Tyler, they've got a little bit of land. I'm not gonna say how much. They've got a little bit of land, and like it's their house and then the grandpa's house and then the parents'
all
house,
theirs.
and then it's like all land that backs up on each other. They have wood, so they can do whatever. They've got 2 big ponds back there.
Now, the downside of that is your family is right there. The upside is your family is right there. The downside is your family is right there.
Well, it depends on which family we're talking about.
That's true. Well,
And
as
I'm
much
not
as
going to
I
say
love,
names.
as much as I love other family members, sometimes I don't want to see them. No matter how
But
much
like
I love them.
also when we have kids,
The whole new. That's kind of nice. Just let them live in the woods. You don't even
That's
have to bring
true.
them
We could just
inside.
let them live in the woods.
You don't even have to have parental guidance. You just let the woods raise them.
I will say it does it was kind of a sacrifice me coming up here versus Laura coming to, because
True. But I mean, someone had to make that test. One of the two of you had to do that.
but I spend a lot more time with my family than Laura does with hers.
Yeah.
Which I'm closer with my extended family than Laura is. But we had that wedding on Saturday, so I had to drive from Columbus to Cincinnati.
Right.
Yeah, I hung out with my friends on Friday, and then Saturday drove down to Cincinnati from Columbus, and then had to drive back that night, play at church on Sunday, and then drive back to Cincinnati, and then I came back on Monday. It's a lot of miles.
There's a lot of miles.
I have
Lot
to
of
get new
travel time.
brakes on my car. Speaking of miles,
You said that in the second Cincinnati trip. You still haven't done that?
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Have you ever had to have your rotors redone because you didn't get your brakes done in time?
I just had to have my rotors done because my car was at like 150,000 miles.
But it wasn't because you were just screeching on those bad boys. And
It wasn't because of that, but I went ahead and just did
Yeah,
them all at the
I
same
see.
time anyway.
Okay.
I went to I worked at a car dealership. We had a deal with KOI, which is like an auto parts store.
Yeah.
I went in there, got a discount, like a huge discount,
Because you worked at the dealership
Yeah, like
or for the dealership
I got 'em,
to
like-
work on their cars?
my boss was like, hey, you can just go use our discount.
Oh, for yourself.
Yeah, so I got like 50% of what like a normal consumer would pay for brakes
Wow.
and rotors.
Okay.
I think I paid like $110 for brakes and rotors.
What?
Yeah. And then a guy at the shop, he was like, hey, if you buy me like a 24 pack of Bud Light, I'll just do them for you. So all in all, I paid like $130 and got my
Wow.
brakes and rotors repaired.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
One of a kind. So I
Can't
know
have
how
that
to.
happen.
I've replaced brakes before. I know how to do it, but I'll just pay a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might just wait to see, like, wait maybe another month to see like if they get any worse, because I'm gonna probably need an oil change here
Soon.
soon.
Coming on up on the oil change season every 3,000 miles, which I think is a load of crap.
Yeah. What topics do you got? What topics do you got?
Well, you hit one of them. Where would you want to live?
Mm-hmm.
The other one was, and this is a serious question. We talked about this yesterday. If you were given $100 million, like, here's $100 million, but you have to, for the rest of your life, smoke a pack of cigarettes every day. And if you don't, we take that $100 million back. But you have $100 million
But also have a chance of
if you
death.
smoke a pack of cigarettes every day. Would you take that $100 million?
So I have to smoke a pack of cigarettes every day.
Yep. And
Do I have to inhale it, or can
You
I?
have to smoke a
Can
pack
I-
of cigarettes every day. I didn't tell you how
Like-
you
like
had
a
to
cigar?
smoke it. I just told
Oh,
you
then
how
I
to
would do
smoke a
it.
pack of cigarettes
Yeah.
every day.
Just don't inhale it.
Well, it's still going to be really bad for you.
But I mean cigars. Some people smoke stogies every day. I used to work with. I used to do lawn care, and this guy, he would smoke 3 cigars every day.
Dude, that's nothing. The psychologist, like one of the biggest psychologists, like our psychology people of all time, Freud. Freud died of mouth cancer because he smoked, I'm not kidding, man, like 20-something cigars a day. 20-something cigars a day, and he got mouth cancer and died. That's crazy. 3 is crazy to me. 20 is even worse. 3 cigars a day?
Yeah.
How do you have time to smoke 3 cigars a day?
He would just puff through it. I mean, it was landscaping, so.
That makes way
puff
more
right through.
sense.
Yeah.
So his lifestyle allowed for him to do that.
I mean, and he had money too, so he.
Okay, so a pack a day, are you going to do it? 100 mil. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
You're the first person that said yes. You know that?
I mean, like, I wouldn't inhale it. Like, of course, it wouldn't be great, but like you said, it. You don't.
everyone,
You don't care how
everyone I've
you don't
talked to
care
said
how.
no.
What would you do?
Oh, I'd do it. I would in the morning just gun through 20.
I mean, you could also just rubber band them.
That's exactly, dude. So one of my friends for
Keep
his
talking.
18th birthday bought a pack of cigarettes. He took all of them out, every single one of them, rubber banded them together, and then proceeded to smoke all 20 cigarettes at the same time. What made this story better was the location. We did it in a parking lot of a Waffle House. So if there's a better location you can think of to smoke an entire 20 pack of cigarettes in one shot, I don't know what to tell you, man.
honestly tell you that there's no better.
I don't know how he did it. I also don't know how do you even smoke all of those at once. How do you fit that in your mouth? All of that stuff. I don't know. But he did it. So if that's the strategy you want to use, you can definitely use that strategy. I'm just saying my strategy would be to wake up every morning and just get it over with and be done. Honestly, you don't have to have a job, so it's not like anything's waiting on you.
For
now.
$100 million, though. Like,
100 mil.
I would
But
never.
your lifespan is going to go down considerably. Also, your health.
So
your-
what are
and
the
your,
rules though?
The rule is you have to smoke 20 cigarettes every day for the rest of your life. I don't care how you smoke.
Do I have to
You just
inhale it?
You just have to smoke it. I didn't tell you how,
So
what time of day.
theory, all at once, one suck, and then to let the rest of it let it burn.
Theory.
You didn't have to say I have to smoke the whole cigarette.
Sure, but that doesn't happen though, does it? Cigarettes don't burn all the way down, right? Don't they stop? for
It depends
safety
on-
reasons or something.
I don't know. I've never smoked a cigarette before. I don't know.
So coming from the person that's never smoked a cigarette before, you're all about just
Yeah,
reaming
why
through
not?
some
100 mil.
cigarettes.
I would never. Me or my children would never have to work.
You just gained generational wealth for like 3 generations.
Yeah.
And that's even if you use it. You could invest it and probably have
I mean, $1 million divided by. Let's see, how long do I have left? I'm 27. Based
So
on my
$1 million.
lifestyle, I'll probably be dead at 70. So 40,
You'll be dead at 70. Nice.
42
So-
years. What's
How
40?
old are you?
What's $1 million?
How old are you?
Uh,
How old are you?
27. So let's just say 75.
Okay, that's 43 years. Died
75.
70, 43 years. 43 years at $1 million. We're going to calculate this out.
divided by $1 million. Oh wait, $1 million divided
Divided
by
by 4. That's only $23,000 a year.
Okay, but it's 100 million.
Okay, so let's say you use 2 of it. Now you got 46.
okay, let's say 3 million, because
Okay.
you know, stinge. Say divided by 2 times
Divided by
3.
2 times, almost 70K.
Okay, so 70K a year.
70K a year for
That's
the rest
for
of your life.
3.
And that's for 3 of your 100 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So like, I could even do like 10 million a year, or 10 million.
10 million over your lifespan.
So 10 million divided by, let's just say 45. That's $222,000 a year.
yeah.
Of course.
And that's only 10. Your other
Plus,
90. who
Here's the
knows?
thing. I could die before 75. Like,
That's right.
I mean, you never know. You know, the rapture could happen.
It's true.
You know, but I get the 100 million now. I don't get it.
No, it's not incremental.
I get the 100 mil now. I'm gonna say yes.
They drop it off in a truck.
I'll start smoking for 100 mil. I'd do it.
It's not just start smoking. It's smoking just an insane amount every day.
A pack every day.
Yes.
People do that though.
Yeah, some people do. That's what's crazy. Some people do it without any money. They spend money to do so.
Yeah.
Understand this.
cigarettes
If
free?
you were supposed
Are
to,
the
yes,
cigarettes
the
free?
cigarettes are
Okay.
free. If
Yes.
you were
My
going
answer
to,
is yes.
would your answer change if you actually had to smoke the cigarette? Like no caveat. Like you are smoking the cigarette the way that you're supposed to smoke a cigarette.
No.
You would still do it.
Yeah, I'd still do it. For 100 mil.
You do realize, because I also calculated this, to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, that means you're smoking a cigarette pretty much every 40 minutes that you're awake. You're smoking a cigarette.
Some people do it.
And you're about to. You're about to do it.
I mean, this isn't.
I mean, you're not really
happen.
going to, but
I was gonna say, do you have?
I have $100
$100
million
million
waiting
to
for you.
give
It's a
me?
financial institution.
Dude,
They're trying to do some research.
I would do it. I would do it.
Now, let's give you another one. Would you do a pack a week for $10 million? That one I would totally do.
Oh, easy.
That's 3 cigarettes a day for $10
You've
million.
done all the math.
Absolutely.
I would do it for what's the least that you would do it for? A pack a week. What's the least?
a
you,
pack a week.
Yeah.
100 million sounds about right.
that's the least you would do it for.
Pretty much. Maybe I don't know.
You wouldn't do it for 10 million?
No, I wouldn't do it for 10 million. 50? Okay.
50 million a pack a week.
A pack a week, 50 million? Absolutely. So easy.
But there's also different types of cigarettes. You could do like a less tar one.
It's up to you. Menthol.
Yeah,
It's about to be an antique now. Getting rid of them. So
they are.
Joe Biden, man, he's getting rid of the old menthol cigarettes.
What a great
Our
president.
president. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Can't even finish a sentence.
But he's getting rid of menthol cigarettes.
World's going to heck since he's been president. So bombs in Iran and gas prices are skyrocketing because of the oil hike.
Anyway,
Can't finish the sentence. Says and can't figure things out way too much. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. The least I would do it for would be a pack a week, 25 million. 20 million.
okay, you just dropped it by.
I would do 20
20%.
million.
20 million. You're still gonna smoke a pack.
That means that
pack a week.
a pack
That's
a week.
way easier, man.
Yeah,
Pack,
pack a
a
week.
day.
No, a pack a week. I'm saying for 20 million.
That is the lowest you would go. 20 million for a pack a week.
Yeah.
I'd do it for 10, maybe 5. A pack a week is so different. You're smoking 20 cigarettes in a week, not
Oh, I still had
140
I still
cigarettes
had
in a
all the
week.
cigarette. Still had a pack a day in my head. Yeah, I would say 5 would be the lowest. That I
You would
do.
smoke a pack a day for $5
No.
million?
We're getting mixed up. We're getting mixed up. I would smoke a pack a week.
For $5 million.
Hey, Laura, come here.
We have a very serious question. This is a really good
Okay.
question.
Laura's featured twice on today's episode. Okay, what's the least amount of money if I said that you had to smoke a pack of cigarettes every week? What's the least amount of money that you would do it for the rest of your life? You
And a
have to
lump
smoke
sum given to you at that moment. Here's your money, but you have to smoke a pack of cigarettes a week for the rest of your life. How much
What's
money?
the least that you would do it for?
No, it's
No.
not a trick question because your husband was an abysmally low amount, just to let you know where his character is at. So
$5 million. I would smoke a pack a week
for $5 million.
for $5 million.
Yeah, that's what he said. $5 million.
We would never have to work a day in our life, and I could die tomorrow anyway. So why not pass the $5 million on to my beautiful wife?
Right, but I'd do it for like billions of dollars.
Oh,
The
we
lowest
are
you would
different
go is
people.
billions.
So you're telling me for $25 million, you, your children, and your grandchildren do not have to work a day in their life. You wouldn't do it for $25 million. You
Think
have
of the
to sm-
children that you're helping by this addictive habit.
The original.
Character worth the money now.
The original question was for $100 million, would you smoke a pack a day for the rest of your life? For $100 million. So you wouldn't even smoke a pack a week,
For $100 million.
That's just gross.
It is gross.
I know. Don't be a girl right now. Think really.
Think about
Think
really
about
think
it.
about your life.
Don't be a girl. Don't. Oh, that's so gross.
Well, you gotta
No,
think
no,
about
no,
it too.
no,
It
no,
will
no.
do things to you physically. You're gonna get the crow's feet way quicker. Your teeth are gonna be
How
terrible.
about 2 packs a
Yeah.
month? What's the least you would do?
2 a month?
$1.
Okay, go upstairs. Go upstairs, please.
We've been doing cigarette math for a while.
Yeah, we've
What
spent
would you do it for?
a pack a week.
A pack a week. I said like 20 million. It's only 3 cigarettes a day. You could wake up in the morning and,
And-
smoke
and
3
here's the
cigarettes in
thing.
15 minutes and be done.
Here's the thing:
You could
people
take a
pay-
shower, wash it
People
off. You'd be
pay
good.
to smoke a pack a day. Like people go.
People do smoke
People
a pack
go
a
to
day and don't
Walgreens
get
every
paid
day
anything.
and buy a pack of.
But here's what I'm saying. If you
Marlboro
did it for
Reds.
20 mil, you could just do all of the things that you're worried about. Like just rip all your teeth out and get brand new teeth. Like just get
Yeah.
surgery for your face to look fine. You'll be good. You got $20 million.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, sure, my heart's going to be terrible. My lungs are going to be really bad. But other than that, who cares? 3 cigarettes? Not that big of a deal. I'm not going to. How many are packed? 20. I was just basing it off the fact that if you smoke it in a week, that's almost 3 a day. It's not the worst. But I don't know. A pack a day?
5 million is. Yeah, I would
5
do
million.
it. Mm-hmm.
A pack a day, that's something else. That's actually, that is.
Oh, a pack a
Hard.
day. I would do it for 100 million.
I also calculated out a pack a day would be smoking a cigarette every like 40 minutes. The entire time you're
Yeah, I would do it for 100 million. I
There
I
is.
would. Our priorities are in different places apparently.
Yeah, there.
Up in the air, episode 11. What'd you say?
You did not. You already went and got him?
Did my package come yet?
Do you want one on your podcast?
Sure, we'll start the next one with it. I'm actually gonna go make some coffee.
Yeah, well, I mean,
This is
we're
a good.
good to
This
go,
is a
man.
good place to end.
Yeah.
It's an hour. It's a good place to end.
So we'll end here, but let's summarize.
This is-
You would
The
smoke.
last 10 minutes have been chaos.
Absolutely. I don't even know if they could hear any of this conversation. You would smoke a pack a day for the rest of your life for $100 million.
I think so.
The lowest you would go to smoke a pack a day is how much?
To the lowest I would
The
go.
lowest
pack
you
a
would
day?
go to
100
smoke
million.
a pack a day is $100 million. That's
Yeah.
the lowest you would
A
go.
pack a week?
A pack a week you would drop down to
5.
$5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only because there's a lot more health risks that come with smoking a pack a day. Like I've got that to think about.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Well,
A
we know,
pack a
you
day.
were, we know you were thinking about
A pack
your
a day
future children,
keeps
so.
the healthy away.
That's right. No one's okay.